Let's change the subject entirely. If you drive through a level crossing, we all recognise the sign. En route to work in the mornings, do you always heed the lights, bells, and if they're there, barrier arms? Or have you ever, and be honest, taken a chance and zipped through if the train looks far enough away? You'd be surprised how very many of us do take the risk. Train drivers see it every day somewhere in the country. And while most people make it, there are around 26 collisions a year between cars and trains at level crossings. It's one a fortnight. It's Rail Safety Week, and by the looks of the CCTV footage, we all need reminding to take care. Here's our office commuter, Natasha Utting.
Most mornings, like around 42,000 New Zealanders, I catch the train to work. It's a familiar, relaxing view. What the driver sees out his window is routine too, but it's also reckless.
The other day, I seen this lady with her child, must have been about 4, walking alongside the track. She was still in her pyjamas.
Trespassers and ordinary motorists taking extraordinary risks.
They'll see the light flash and they'll look and they'll see the train, but then they'll time it and they'll just shoot straight across. I've actually seen whites of people's eyes as they drive past.
Oh my God.
And you see they're looking.
We're on the 716 from Henderson to Britomart. This morning I've swapped my usual seat to share driver Charlie Poe's view. We're on the lookout for bad behaviour as the train passes through 16 level crossings on its way into the city. It doesn't take long.
Alarms going, man walking across the street. Crossing, I should say.
We spot countless pedestrians ignoring warning bells and crossing the tracks.
Yeah, so he's not allowed to do that, just there?
Well, the arms are down, bells are going.
Watch as these schoolgirls open an emergency gate clearly marked no entry. They appear to see our camera but still brazenly cross the tracks. And it's not long before we spot a car trying to beat the train.
They just can't wait that extra 5 seconds or 10 seconds or whatever it is.
So you see it every day?
Yeah, virtually.
Really?
And you'd be surprised at the people that are doing it. Like, they're pretty well dressed, well-to-do for people that should know better.
Near misses make the job stressful.
Especially when you see kids in the back seat.
And are some of them pretty close?
Oh yeah, it's very close, some of them. Like I say, you can see their eyes just...
As we pass through Morningside Drive crossing, everyone behaves. But earlier this month, CCTV cameras here caught this. The signal sounds clearly indicating do not cross, and yet through they go. Even as barrier arms come down. And motorists aren't just risking their own lives.
Whereas if it goes under, it actually goes under the front, well, yeah.
Could derail a train.
Yep.
Here comes another, but the driver of this white car has made a serious misjudgment. Barrier arms trap them inside the danger zone.
Barrier arm actually catches them and land on the roof. I've seen cars back up and actually rip the barrier arm off.
These vehicles are actually driving around the barrier arms.
In rush hour, all the traffic starts building up, and then they see the train stop, but they actually pull up and stop, and they'll shoot around the barriers. You might see one train at the station stop, but what about the other line? They're not looking the other way.
Here, a cyclist fancies his chances, and he's not wearing a helmet. This person has remembered theirs, not that it would save them if they met a train.
No one takes the time out to smell the roses these days. It's just in a hurry.
One of the big problems, as we see here, is motorists queuing in traffic which backs into the yellow cross-hatched markings. All this at just one intersection monitored over a couple of days this month.
And this courier guy was coming out of this drive, and there were trees in the way, I'll give him that. But he just took it for granted because he'd done it every day and just shot straight out, and we come past and we took his bumper off. It was quite lucky. He actually put his brakes on and slid down onto the track.
In the past 10 years, there have been 262 collisions between cars and trains at level crossings. and 28 collisions between pedestrians and trains.
What can you do if you see a car on the tracks?
Put the brake on and hope for the best.
A 1,000-tonne train travelling at 70 kilometres per hour can take up to 750 metres to stop.
Just got to hope and pray, you know.
Charlie has never been involved in a deadly collision.
But yeah, I've been one of the lucky ones. Some people just have them every month sort of thing. Like fatalities is another thing. Some people just keep having them one after the other, and you can go through your whole railway career and not have one.
And if you're a risk-taking motorist or pedestrian, so far you're one of the lucky ones too. But if the train doesn't get you, the law might. You can be convicted or fined up to $20,000 for walking or driving across a level crossing when there is risk of a collision. You can also be fined up to $1,000 for simply entering a level crossing when the red lights are flashing or the barrier arm is lowered. And entering a level crossing when the exit is blocked might be common, but it's also illegal.
Everyday Joe blogs, yeah.
Commuters.
And you think for the 30 seconds, they're willing to put their life on the line. It's really not worth it.
Natasha Utting reporting after the break.